Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Squawk Seize podcast, your favorite Pokemon podcast, your favorite Pokemon podcast. And we are back once again with another episode of the show. That intro didn't feel weird. I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know what's quite going on. I think I'm just spooked from all the fireworks going on, but it's fine.
I think it's because this is like the most Friday, Thursday of all time.
Yo, facts. This shit is... Today was dragging. My name is Kyle, or Koopa, however you may refer to me on the internet. I am one of your three talking heads today. I am joined once again, absent last week, after we sent him... you'll find out what this joke is tomorrow on the Joe episode, but I kept saying we sent you on assignment to Peoria to help set up chairs at the convention center. So, back from... Look, just trust me.
Okay.
Back from assignment, it's Mr. George Fabre, the Pony Bottle Champ. Hi, George.
What up? What up? It's been a long friggin' week, dude. It's been a long week.
And we'll talk about it. We certainly will. And we are joined, once again, by another very special guest, one of my favorite yappers on Twitter, friend in real life and now friend of the show, Val McFarland, a.k.a. shinyporygon2 on the internet.
Hello.
Val, hello. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to have you on. Val tweeted into the darks like, yo, any of you Pokemon peeps that have podcasts, let me on your podcast. And I was like, yo, come through.
I just want to yap. I love yapping. Let me yap.
Yeah, we always have good yaps in real life, so there's no surprise to me that we're going to have a good yap on the podcast. We are continuing our off-season quote-unquote podcast. I say that like as if I didn't go to a league challenge yesterday because I have a problem.
I saw that there was like 40 plus people at FTG
yesterday. There was 42 people in the building. There was 36 masters on a Wednesday night.
You do.
I got third place. I went 5-1. Very exciting. I've already passed my point total threshold from quarter one last year because I only had 8 championship points last year, and I'm pretty sure I get 10 for a third place finish at a challenge or something like that.
So based.
I don't know the math on that. It's something like that. It was fun. I went 5-1. I only lost to Mr. Friend of the Show, Michelangelo Biology. Mike mocked me. And he said something to me that like I've never felt stupider in my entire life, and I don't think he meant to say it in a way to make me feel stupid. But he was playing Charizard, I was playing Goldengo, and he did some insane shit where like he took a knockout with Charmeleon with Max Belts for the memes, and then I stupidly saw a glowing card in my hand and put down Pheasantipity. And if I didn't put Pheasantipity down, he wouldn't have had a return KO on anything because he would just have to punch into me with a Charizard that was only doing like 240 or something. And then he was like, yeah, I knew you'd put the Fez down. And I was like, fuck. Like, it was like, oh, he's so right. I see the glowing card and I play it. But other than that, it was fine.
You're like, I need to draw 3 here.
Yeah.
When Goldengo already draws a million cards.
When I draw like 6.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck, man. Like, he's just so much smarter than me. And that's why he's going to Worlds and I'm not.
Well, he's a literal rocket scientist as well. So.
Quite literally.
He
is. And also he went 3-1 and then dropped from the tournament. Which is really funny.
Let's stop glazing him. Stop glazing him now.
Yeah. He gets too much airtime on here as it is. So
yeah, we need to humble him before Worlds. So
yeah, but we're here with another again with our off-season podcast. We're just having some friends on, talking about life, talking about cards, and we're here to talk about some more cards and other stuff, as well as another rousing edition of Squawk Seize this week. But yeah, let's talk about. We like to start these shows, Val, by going around and talking about how our days were. So since you're a guest in our humble abode, we'll allow you to go first. How was your day before a federal holiday at the time of this recording?
At the time of this recording, I went to work, stopped at Starbucks first, as one does.
And then
showed up 15 minutes late with my Starbucks. As one does.
There's traffic.
4th of July.
Yeah.
It's recorded. I mean, whatever. We get there every time.
Of course.
Brown sugar shaken espresso always hits. We get there.
Good choice. That's one of my in my rotation. It's good.
And then I sat at my desk for 8 hours, pressed some keys, typed gibberish in an Excel spreadsheet, went to Whole Foods, looking forward to a vegan milkshake because I am not by my choice dairy free. And then
feel that.
they were
I feel
out.
that.
They were out of ice cream at the vegan restaurant. I'm like, so you just hate me?
Wow.
But otherwise, I'm chilling. Being chilling.
That's like really depressing, actually.
That's
Like,
what I'm
when you
saying.
want something, especially like a treat like that, and they just don't allow you to have it, like nothing more disheartening in the world.
Literally, I was like, so no head. And then I walked away.
Slams the phone on the ground. Oh, man.
Slams the phone, breaks my skateboard.
If I had a nickel for every person on this podcast with a dairy intolerance in this call, I'd have 2 nickels, which is crazy that I got 2 right now. But George likes to live dangerously and loves to eat cheese.
Oh, I ate so much cheese yesterday.
I get it, dude. Like, I make charcuterie boards.
Oh, that's right.
Beautiful. Can I eat them? No.
Like, you eat like half of them, right? Maybe a third,
I think
2/3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
If you put like nuts and like fruits on them, you eat those. Yeah.
meat, nuts, yeah. That's the good stuff.
That is some good stuff. I just recently started getting into charcuterie, which is a weird sentence to say out loud, but
It's so good.
I fuck with it. I love lunch meat.
I didn't know one can get into charcuterie, but hey, you learn something new every day.
We're here to break barriers. Mr. Fabrizi, how you doing, bud? I haven't seen you in like a week, so how we doing?
My
how we living?
life sucks, dude. It's just flat out bad. I mean, we finished number 1 team in the country, my sales team. So that's pretty awesome. Taking over, arguably the number 1 market, being New York City market, and being my first month there. So like, I'm very proud of that, but all that work, I am drained and dead because of it. And my social life is non-existent now. But yesterday we had a sales kickoff meeting and then had a cool happy hour afterwards at Swingers in Nomad, which out of context sounds really weird for a work event, but it's a mini golf bar. So it's like crazy mini golf, like with windmills and shit. So like it was really fun. It was great to get all the team gang there, but I woke up extremely fucking hungover today. And I gave the team off today because on Juneteenth we had an optional holiday, but most people ended up working anyway because it was towards the end of the month. So then I said, hey guys, you guys can take off tomorrow, optional as well. If you guys want to work, go ahead. And guess what these losers do? They freaking work. I try to give them a day off, like a 4-day long weekend, and they're still hitting me up today.
Dedicated to grind.
Yeah. So if they work, I have to work. And like, I'm like, can you guys just like chill out? Like, you all just have a day off. So like literally at 5:30, I had like a meeting and I was like, fuck this. I'm taking it from the couch. And put my camera off. I literally fell asleep during the meeting. It was pretty embarrassing.
Classic George Fabre move, falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
To touch back on the mini golf thing for a second, I've heard of swingers from not the context we think we're talking about. I have heard of that place before. I think I might have seen it in TikTok once. But to talk about swingers in the other sense, I found out that the universal sign for a swinger is a pineapple. Recently?
Upside down pineapple.
It's an upside down pineapple.
Really?
I found that out recently.
There's a restaurant group that's their logo. Scopos, like Cowan's and here in like Nutley. I don't know if you're familiar with them, and like Barrow House. So maybe they got something going on.
We were trying to signal something.
Yeah.
Weird.
I just found out this recently. So like anytime me and Marielle see pineapples, we're always just like, oh.
I once actually had bed sheets with pineapples on them. Now, in retrospect,
who am I?
My 20s were crazy.
Your 30s are worse. We listen and we don't judge here. Actually, we'll do both. We'll decide. That's funny. I haven't worn that like pineapple. I got like one of those like Worlds 2024 like pineapple berry shirts, like the big Hawaiian shirts with the pineapples on it, and now I just can't wear it anymore because I'm not trying to cause disrespect in a group that I don't belong to. That's beside the fact. The more you know. Glad that you're. Yeah, the more you know. If we have taught one thing today, it's that, and I'm glad we can do that. But yeah, sounds like you both had very productive days. I also had to go to work today. I have off for the federal holiday tomorrow, which is cool. But I have to go back to work on Saturday, which is less cool, which is incredibly cringe. It's going to be absolutely dead. I think we're going to play cornhole at my job because there's going to be nothing going on. Maybe grill some hot dogs. I work in a car dealership. There's got to be a grill somewhere in there. There always is a grill at a car dealership. But yeah, pretty boring week, all things considered. I also pushed some keyboards buttons today and got paid for it. I will say, though, shout out to getting paid on a Thursday because the banks are closed tomorrow. That kind of rocks. That's a perk of working in a federal holiday on a Friday. You get paid a day early, I guess. So real riveting stuff here.
Yeah, riveting. Yeah. I mean, I get paid on Wednesdays, so I don't really know, but
that's cool.
Yeah,
I get paid on Thursdays anyway, but it always lands on my account on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I think that's how it is for me too.
Yeah.
I've never worked at a job that I get paid on a Wednesday. Like, that's so interesting.
It's like weird to have like an extra like $15 in your bank account on a Wednesday. I'm like, what are you doing there?
It's also kind of scary because you feel like you have more money than you do going into the weekend.
Oh shit, my bills need to come out of this.
the more it comes out just as fast as it goes in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Spoken as a man that just paid rent today, so yeah, that handles the general how we doing today section. And now I would like to transition into what I described in this document as touching grass, because we are in the off season. And I think it is important for us to, and George loves doing this. George loves going outside. George will 10 times out of 10 flake on playing Pokemon cards if it's a nice day outside, and I quite frankly I don't blame him.
Well, I'm retired anyway, so
shut up. You're literally not. I refuse to stop that. Who am I going to host this podcast once you retire? Literally, Andrew. I'm not doing that. Nah, shout out to Andrew. So in the touching grass segment, I would like everyone to go around in a circle to talk about something that they did outside this week. So talk about your mini golf game, George. Are you a mini golf guy? Do you like mini golf?
I did get one hole in one yesterday. So
okay.
The course was pretty hard. Other than that, I kind of stunk up the joys. I was also drank a lot too much tequila yesterday. So
is there such a thing?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what though, the place, like, it's really beautiful. Like, they have like flowers everywhere and shit, and also the food was amazing. Like tacos and like Emmy Squared pizza from like in the city they get from there, and like they just get food from like all different local places. So it was really interesting. I feel like I did something else this week. I mean, I was in the city a lot. What's today? Thursday, right? So yesterday was that. Tuesday I was in the city. Monday feels like forever ago. Jesus Christ. I can't remember what I did on Monday. I met this girl. I met this girl on Monday. Yeah. Just took her for a drink on Tuesday. Hey, but yeah, what I'm looking forward to touching grass in the future tomorrow, buddy. We're going somewhere.
That is true. Yeah, we're going there. I'll talk about that on my segment of touching grass. But Val, what's a fun non-Pokemon related thing you've done in the past week?
I'm in a bowling league, so every Tuesday
that's right.
I go bowling. So I was bowling. Today's Thursday. That can't be right.
Right?
Awesome. On Tuesday. Yeah, it was pretty chill. The team I played against, very chill team. They invited me to come practice with them on Sunday. I was like, damn, you telling me I need to practice? You tell me I suck? I do. I bowled 30 pins below my average, so maybe I'll pop up and practice with you. But yeah, bowling's been...
I was gonna say you've been a bowler for a long time, right? That's like another
I've been bowling
thing about you
since like about as long as I could hold a bowling ball. My family bowled, like my dad bowled in leagues, my aunt bowled in leagues, my grandfather bowled in the league, literally until he couldn't anymore.
Do you wear one of those cool wristband things?
I used to.
Yeah, that's when you know you're serious. That's when you
I recently bought a new bowling ball, and if you know anything about bowling, Storm bowling balls always have a scent to them.
No, see,
Um,
this is over my
Didn't know
head.
that.
So like I'm over here just like sniffing my ball. This is
Whoa.
apple cider donut scented.
Hold on.
I knew that was gonna fit the vibes. For sure. This is great. This is everything I wanted to be, truthfully. So
But
cake, donut
It
flavored,
smells good.
donut scented, bowling
Apple
ball.
cider donut scented bowling ball. I
I fuck
mean,
with it.
it smells pretty good, if I do say so myself.
it's kind of crazy to think that it's 4th of July already, and like cider season is literally around the corner.
Just around the corner.
I saw a Spirit Halloween sign the other day. I'm
Oh.
crashing out, bro.
Oh no!
They
That's
have no
wild.
shame. It's insane.
I saw on TikTok the other day. They're calling it Code Orange for like Halloween stuff. I'm like, you're too chronically online. But people are spotting Halloween stuff
Yeah.
at like TJ Maxx or Home Goods. I'm like, it is fucking July.
Wow. Let the hot dog have their day first.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. I've always enjoyed bowling like very casually. I had a lot of bowling alley parties, like birthday parties growing up.
Yeah.
I think from like
I feel like everybody's
from,
had one, right?
I had a lot. Like I went through like a phase with bowling, like I do with most things in my life. I had like 3 straight years of birthdays at a bowling alley. I'm terrible at bowling. I like watching other people bowl that like know how to bowl because it's like really really cool. I just like doing it like casually. It's a great date activity.
It
You kind
is.
of bowling as a date option.
Yeah,
A lot
anything
of
like
bowling dates.
competition wise is always good
Yeah.
for a date. But you know what sucks about me for bowling? I do like to bowl, but I have really bad wrists from playing sports growing up. I played football and lacrosse, and just from like hitting people all the time, my wrists like crack very easily. So like halfway through the first couple frames, my right wrist will like give, and then I have to bowl lefty the entire time.
Bowling lefty is actually considered an advantage.
I can't spin the ball, but I can actually get a strike with both hand, like both handy, whatever. I don't know what the terminology is, but you know what I'm saying.
Have you ever tried bowling two-handed?
Nah,
It takes a lot of pressure off the wrist because like you don't have like your fingers in the hole. As filthy as that sounds.
You're saying a lot of things here.
Dude, we can't talk. I think I just learned we can't talk about bowling without it sounding awful. So let's. It's okay. We can just. It's fine. It's fine. Kids don't listen to this podcast anyway.
Couple, but
I hope not.
maybe just try.
That's very. Val, can you calm my irrational fear that like if I go bowling that I'm not gonna get like my finger stuck in it like in the cartoons and go like sliding down to like the bowling lane? Is that like a real thing that happens, or am I
I've never seen it happen, but I will say, embarrassingly enough, you know how like in Wii Sports you drop the ball behind you?
Yes.
I have done that an embarrassing amount of times.
Does the crowd also jump in unison like whoa, like in Wii Sports?
My team does. There are a bunch of like 20-year-old kids that I've been bowling with since I was a kid, so every time they see me do it, they're like, woo! And they do the spin.
that is amazing.
You guys are assholes.
Shout out bowling for real. That's a great touch and grass activity. To touch on what George and I are going to do tomorrow, we're recording this on the eve of the Coney Island extravaganza, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest in New York City, and me and George are going to be going to that tomorrow, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I've never been to Coney Island. Period. Let me put an asterisk on that. I went to Coney Island once, like 7 or 8 years ago for a wrestling show, but I was like in like a PAL building, so at like 8 o'clock at night.
So Jones Beach is Coney Island, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I've been to Jones Beach and like the aquarium there, but I've never been to like the amusement park side of it where like
Luna Park, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never been either.
I just can't. Honestly, I've been wanting just to see the original Nathan's for like the longest time, so I can't wait to have. I'm gonna have a couple dogs. I'm probably gonna have like 5 or 6. Maybe 7.
I'm gonna eat several hot dogs and maybe drink a couple beers tomorrow.
Crushing beer. I freaking love beer.
Love beer. It's gonna be a full day of activities tomorrow. George and I are gonna be there. Mario, my girlfriend's gonna be there. Friend of the show, Oatmeal Girlie, is gonna be hanging out with us also. And
also my friend Dave, you never met, but he's coming too.
One of my friends that lives out there, so it's gonna be a whole party. It's gonna be fun. And then I'm also going to a Brooklyn Cyclones game afterwards at like 6:00. They're doing fireworks. It's going to be cool. And then I somehow have to get back in time to New Jersey for work tomorrow. So I am going to die. It should be fine, though. I'm very excited. Going outside is highly recommended during these trying times of the Pokemon off season. But yeah, that's exciting stuff. I like getting to. I think people like getting to know more about like what we do that's instead of just shuffling cards every week. So I think that's fun. But to now actually talk about Pokemon, Val, as our new guest here, give a little bit of a background on your history with the Pokemon trading card game. Give us your elevator pitch as to how long you've been playing and all that jazz.
I started playing in 2017. My first set that I actually played cards was Guardians Rising. What got me back into the game was, are you guys familiar with Max Bofo?
The name sounds familiar.
So he was in that trio with Filthy Frank.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Yeah. He has a Pokemon card channel where he just rips packs. And in my edgy days, I was like, oh yeah, Max Mofo is so cool. And I watched him rip Pokemon cards. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna open a pack of Pokemon cards. So I buy one single pack and I pull a full art Espeon GX. And I'm like, pop off girly. And then I learned how to play from there. And my first ever deck was Espeon Garb. 2017, we love her. Took a little bit of a break during the pandemic, but I've been playing pretty steady since 2022, 2023.
Very cool. A big C-Pow enjoyer.
Chin-Pow, my beloved.
Love that guy.
I miss him.
Yeah, Chin-Pow's great. It's every now Val and I will just have conversations of just sending the chivery the cold face emoji back and forth to each other for just days at a time.
I'm this close to getting a custom license plate that says C-Pow Burr.
You totally should. That's very
I'm really close to pulling the trigger on it.
What would you say? What's your favorite Pokemon card of all time if you had to choose one?
Does it have to Pokemon, or
Pokemon card, and any whatever you think feels best there.
Would probably honestly be Chin-Pow or Zoroark GX.
Love that guy.
I was a big Zoroark gamer. Zoroark Decidueye was probably my favorite deck for a long time.
Have you been playing End Zoroark lately too, or?
A little bit. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
The deck is kind of bad.
Fun though. I love that guy. I love End.
Yeah, drawing cards is just sick.
Yeah.
But the deck.
I love the trade.
Deck feels kind of poopy.
So you're obviously not playing Chin-Pow now, right?
No. Right now I've been playing EV Box, Flareon Box, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh, very cool. As a Goldengo enjoyer, you are my federal agent. Please stay away from me.
Yeah, I'm coming after you.
Please stay away from me. Even though I have the deck built on my desk right now. It's just so cute. What's the coolest Pokemon card within reach of you right now?
Oh god, Jonathan only has not Pokemon cards on his desk.
Does he have Magic? Oh yeah, for context, Val's boyfriend Jonathan is a Magic the Gathering player.
He has... I'll grab it.
Oh, here we go. I love show and tell.
Okay. These are Jonathan cards that I influenced him to get. Irida. Based. Love her.
I miss her every day.
Rainbow, Alolan Vulpix V-Star, Queen, Icon. They'll go back later.
That card.
What about you?
Coolest card I have near me.
Within reach of you right now.
Coolest one? I mean, this one's actually pretty cool, but like I wouldn't say it's the coolest. It's kind of weird that it's just here. This like Japanese Charmander card. I don't know
Oh,
Okay.
cute.
why that's there, but then what's this? Got this Teal Mass Ogre Pond here.
The promo one.
There's a bunch of promos over here.
George. Bro, you know those are going up in price right now?
Yeah, they're like, what are they now? Like at least $10?
Yeah, I think
hard.
I saw something the other day. I think they're like trying to crypto bro, like the Lucario V stars are just like to the moon, brothers, and it's just like what? Like
That's a 10-cent card.
okay, that's kind of cool.
Is that from Paldea Evolved?
I'm not sure what that's from.
I just have so many weird cards everywhere, dude. I have like all these promos here.
Your desk is a mess.
It's behind my desk. Oh, this card is like really expensive now.
Oh my brother! You just have that on your desk?
Dude, you know how my shit is. This Bulbasaur is really cool too. I like this Bulbasaur.
Oh, he's cute. He's a friend.
I definitely have like a secret rare Charizard somewhere around here.
For my turn at show and tell, I have a Mawile V-Star here for some reason.
Ooh.
I don't quite know why. My desk is a fucking disaster right now. I feel like that's just a thing if you play card games. Your desk is just never going to be clean ever. My shit is cooked. I also have this Japanese Archon from... Which one is this one? I think this is from White Flare. I bought some packs at NAIC and I ripped them and I pulled my boy. So he's very handsome. It's very stupid.
Speaking of packs, you want to see something really disgusting that I noticed when I walked in here? Didn't know it was there?
Absolutely. Please. This is phenomenal content. Oh my god.
Ooh. Yeah, we save those prize packs for later.
I know.
That's the retirement fund.
I don't open my packs ever. But yeah, it's a lot here.
Yeah.
This is just one stack. I don't.
You know that house you've been looking to buy?
Yeah.
That's right there in those packs.
Yeah, House EX. It's in there.
I mean,
Trust me.
This is the one that's really messed up. Just.
In a fucking lunchbox. Jesus Christ. It's so funny.
This office is fucking mess.
Yeah.
Crazy. But,
That's yeah. My room's I need to clean my room.
no, this Charmander's cool. I don't know why I have this. But.
That's pretty cool. I fuck with it.
Actually,
thank you for joining this edition of Show and Tell, everyone.
Oh, wait, hold
what
on.
What else you got?
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hog up here, but I got some weird shit.
No, please, by all means. You weren't on the show last week.
Weird Gyarados card.
Okay.
It's weird, like Vulpix Eevee sticker.
Hold on, you're not in frame.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's cute.
I have like these. I don't really know what these are from or why I have them. Probably bought them off of Whatnot one time. Like,
You're buying Temu Pokemon cards.
Oh, this one. I think this is actually worth money. This Mew.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen those before.
Yeah.
Why he look like that?
It has like
big old feet.
weird stuff.
Very weird
For
stuff.
free?
Yeah, in this economy, come on. Thank you for joining this edition of Show and Tell. It's my favorite part of this segment. I love seeing the random shit that people have within reach of them at any given moment. To talk more about Pokemon stuff, and I think this might be a talk that George needs to hear also. I put on the list because I think Pokemon life balance, I think, is a conversation everybody has at the end of a season, beginning of next season. George has mentioned multiple times how he's retired and that he's gone to more tournaments in the last 3 weeks than I have. Debatably. Val, you're also someone that's not only works a job, but you also go to school.
I sure do.
Yeah, so talk a little bit. I would love to talk about how you find time to balance Pokemon in an already incredibly busy schedule that includes work, school, a bowling league, and also a relationship. What's your
White
secret?
monster. I drink a lot of caffeine.
I love White Monster.
I don't know how I do it. Honestly, like people ask me, I'm like, I don't know. I kind of just like brute force it. I go to league once a week, always like no questions asked, and it's usually my Monday night league. Sometimes I'll go to my Wednesday night league too. My bowling league's on Tuesday, so I'll do like Pokemon Monday, bowling Tuesday. Sometimes, depending on the workload for school, I'll go to Pokemon on Wednesdays too. And then Thursday's always school. Friday is usually also always school. Saturday, sometimes school. Sunday's crunch time. Monday through Friday I work. Standard 9 to 5, whatever. Usually a lot of late Sunday nights. We get there every time though.
God bless you.
3.9 GPA, we get there every time.
Oh, let's go.
We get there every time.
It's
Heck
impressive.
yeah.
Very impressive.
My GPA is never. I've never seen a 3 GPA in my life. Not even close.
I don't think I had a GPA.
4, right?
Yeah, I was. Mine was actually like a 9. Not to brag,
Right.
My GPA went to another school.
You wouldn't know.
I actually, fun fact, was not supposed to graduate high school, but they're just like, "You're a good guy. Get out of here." You know.
You know what, George? You earned it.
You tried.
It's like how they gave everyone that tied for 700 points, like the world's invite. It's like, you know what, George? You tied everyone else.
You got it.
Yeah, you got this, pal. Honestly, shout out to caffeine. It truly is incredible stuff. And also, like, you are the amount of dedication you put into getting your schoolwork done is nuts. Weren't you doing homework at NAIC? Is that a thing I remember correctly? Did you have?
Yeah, I left Bourbon Street to go do schoolwork before my flight. So my flight home on Sunday was delayed. It was originally at like 7 a.m. or something like that, and then it was like 6:45 in the morning, and then it got delayed till like 7:30. So I left Bourbon Street at like 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, I'm just gonna pull an all-nighter and I'm gonna do schoolwork. So
Wow.
I got there to New Orleans when did I get there? Wednesday, I guess, at some point. I went to bed Wednesday night. Thursday morning, my friends are like, let's go eat food. I'm like, hold on, let me finish this assignment. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna forget about this. Friday, Saturday, I'm gonna play cards. Saturday night before my flight, schoolwork. At the airport, schoolwork. I got home, said Happy Father's Day to my dad, immediately to my room to do schoolwork.
Wow.
We get there every time, though.
It's dedication. Dedication is finest.
Talk about your NAIC weekend. Did Bourbon Street also conquer you like I conquered George several times?
Honestly, no. Because I knew I had to go back to do schoolwork. I had like one of those tall, like whatever those were.
Oh,
like the big ones
screw
that
those
everybody
things.
had.
What are those, hurricanes? Is
Hand
that what they're
grenades.
called?
Hand
Hand grenades, yeah. Very tasty. Very sweet, though.
I
I
never
did
want to
not-
see one of those things ever again.
I was babying it. However, Friday night, I went to Japanese barbecue with some of my friends.
We love a good Japanese barbecue.
Good.
The
And they had
bimbap?
cocktails.
Bimbap?
Oh.
Is that
love the
Korean?
bibimbap. I
No.
think that is Korean.
No, we had it. No, we had. I don't know. We had it at Japanese barbecue in Toronto, though. So maybe they just had it. Yeah.
Maybe. I wasn't in Toronto, so you're mouth to God's ears. So
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe him.
I could just be completely wrong. It's fine.
We let it slide.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
But they had cocktails, and I was like, "Fuck me up!" I just went 4-4-1. Fuck me up. And I my tolerance is nowhere near where it used to be. Like I cannot drink like I used to. I had 3 cocktails, no food, and I was gone. Gone.
You're crazy.
Me and my friend got back to the hotel. We're like laying on our bed, kicking our feet, twirling our hair, gossiping. We're both cooked.
That's amazing. Great stuff. Yeah, I never want to see. I never want to see a hand grenade ever again for the rest of my life.
No.
Until next year.
Until next year.
No.
Like I avoided hand grenades last year because I was just like a few months off of stomach surgery, so like I was still trying to like wean myself back into being an alcoholic. So I was like staying very like within my pocket of stuff that I know that wouldn't like kill me. This year I was like, yeah, let's have a hand grenade, and like I knew when I saw it coming out of a gun, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. Like they have this stuff mixed already.
You know what it reminds me of, and I might be showing my age here, but like Surge soda.
Oh
yeah,
It tastes a
George
lot
is
like
48 for both for the folks.
All right.
Is that he's 35.
35. Oh, come on. Dude. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
all right, Unc.
Yeah.
Unc still got it.
Definitely Unc status.
Shout out to Joe Bernard who drank 6 hand grenades. My goat was powering through.
Is he alive?
Yes, as of last I checked, I think he still is. But yeah, I will say I think my Bourbon Street experience this year was I think much more fun than it was last year, and I think this is because everybody like decided that the tropical like aisle bar was going to be like the meeting spot.
Well, it was last year too, though.
It was, but it wasn't until like we did a lot more walking up and down Bourbon Street last year. Yeah. So like we were just trying to like find places to go, and I think you have to go in with a plan to like stick to like a 1 or 2 block radius because the sensory overload is nuts. I was tweaking.
I was straight networking at the what is it? What's this place called? What aisle?
The
Tropical Aisle. Yeah, I was straight networking at Tropical Aisle, dude. I was like, Henry Brand, we're gonna get you on LDF. You're coming on. They're probably like, this guy's an idiot. He's hammered drunk.
Let me just give this guy $1. Maybe he'll go away. Please. Yeah, that's what you do at these things. You get drunk and then you start making friends with people. I told Tim Danklin, I commentated one of Tim Danklin's Smash sets like 5 years ago, and he was like, "Oh my god, that's why are you telling me this?" And I was like, "Hey, he was very nice." Shout out to Tim. Yeah, George was a lot of shaking hands, kissing babies, and by the time this video goes up, the vlog will go up, so there will be some. I'll see how much of George's footage I can use, but there's some stuff in there for sure. But yeah, shout out Bourbon Street.
It's so bad.
No, it's one of them's pretty bad.
I'm like cross-eyed in like most of them, so
you were fucking faded, bro. But you also went like this. I love George because I never believe anything he says because he was like, I'm not going to do Bourbon Street more than one night. We go out Friday night to Frenchman Street, which was a lot of fun, and then I bailed out around like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I found out that these guys stayed out till like 4 o'clock in the morning because they went to Bourbon Street. So I was just like, what? You're nuts.
What you can do?
Yeah. Go to bed, I guess.
Yeah. And then I did everything on Saturday. The craziest thing I saw on Saturday was the naked bicycle parade.
To what?
Yeah.
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
What?
This
really?
is also the first I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, part of like Pride weekend, they have a parade of people riding bicycles completely in the nude.
Sure. Why not?
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Whatever rides your bike, I guess.
It must, it's like a car crashing because you don't really want to look at it, but like you have to, like, you can't look away. Yeah.
But I don't want to look, and yet here I am still looking.
I would imagine it's probably pretty freeing, right? Just.
I don't know, man. Bike seats are incredibly uncomfortable. Like, I don't like. I can't. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
The one thing I will say is that New Orleans was very humid, so the like weather of the.
I already like feel like the feeling of just like getting off of like a leather seat when you're like super like sweaty. God, I just felt that. I just got a chill.
I can hear it.
Yeah. There's a certain sound to it.
It's like peeling off a sticker at the.
Oh man.
Oh, gross.
That's gross. So Val, you went 4-4-1. You said, and
Yeah, 4-4-1.
How was playing? Did you have fun playing at NAIC this year?
I did. Yeah, I did have fun. All my opponents were super chill, very nice. I'm trying to. I hit. I'm probably gonna mispronounce his name, and I feel so bad. Anil, is that how you say his name?
Oh yeah.
I hit him round 5. He was lovely. He was playing Cynthia's Garchomp. I did not prepare enough to know what that card did. So I had to like pick up every single card. I'm like, what does this do?
Yeah, I played it round 1. It's an annoying deck.
He got game 1, I got game 2, and then we gentlemen's. He ended up getting the set, but it was lovely to play against him. Great games all around.
If I had a nickel for every person in this call that played Cynthia's Garchomp against Cynthia's Garchomp at NAIC, I'd have 2 nickels. So I'm at like 4 nickels now. It's crazy.
You're basically rich.
George at one point was in Destin Rivals hell. He hit. What did you hit again? It was
Cynthia's Garchomp, Firebox, and Yacht Mega EX.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun.
What'd you play?
Charizard, because I don't know how to play anything else. That's why.
Yeah. George is nothing without quick search.
I ain't shit without quick search. 100%.
Okay, I'm nothing without Super Cold, Shiver, Chill.
I'm nothing without Summoning Star, so I think we're all just washed.
Yeah.
I lost a loved one last rotation, and Dragapult killed both of your loved ones, so it's rough out here in these streets, but we prosper.
Did they go first and get the tower down on you in any games?
No.
Okay.
I actually...
That would be devastating.
I didn't hit power until round 9, which I was like shocked.
Yeah.
I was terrified of that card. I was considering running a 3rd Area 0 because I was like, I don't want to get towered. I don't want them to hit the 2nd tower.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Cynthia's Garchomp's decks are running like 2 or 3 for that reason.
Yeah, I didn't see it till round 9, thankfully. I think he prized it game 1.
Oof.
Like one of them, and then just couldn't find the other.
High key, that card just might actually be cope. The more I think about it, because it's only I think it's only good if you find it on the first turn.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even that good if you find it in the first turn, because the chances of you on like going second, bumping a stadium is probably higher.
Sure.
Right, and if you're going second, trying to bump a stadium, and Kohler Sanasi is probably going to be pretty good card moving forward in the format too. Once a lot of stuff rotate, I think finding stadiums isn't going to be that hard. So you might be right. It could just be cope, but it does shut down Fan Rotom pretty devastating. Like
that sucks. Yeah.
So
that's more devastating, I think. So it's not totally on fraud watch, but like I'm looking suspiciously at it. Val, as we enter the 2026 season, what are some of your goals for yourself that you're trying to? What's something you want to do this season that you didn't do last season?
So I would like to win a cup. I'd like to make my first day 2. I'd like to maybe win a couple of challenges. Ace Trainer is like definitely I think the number 1 goal. I did not get Ace Trainer this year, mostly because like I just didn't play in enough cups and challenges because I was too busy on that school grind.
Real.
But yeah, I'd definitely like to hit Ace Trainer, take more pictures with friends, eat more hot dogs, hang out with my bugs.
Val, we have very similar goals, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You just might be like this. We must have to have that back every week. I think.
Yeah.
Like, the vibes are immaculate. Yeah, that's all great goals to have. Also, shout out to like you're into the greater Philadelphia area.
Yes.
Shout out to the scene out there. George and I have frequented a handful of events out there. Also, it's always a good. It's always a good time. Shout out to Avery and Sunny.
I do want to go to that one store that has a bar in it.
Queen and Rook?
Yeah, I've never been there.
You're goated. Every Monday we have league.
You want to go to Philly on a Monday, George?
No, but for a cup, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to. I could have sworn you went to the last one. I guess something I don't
remember. No, remember I had a flight to San Diego that day. I forgot.
George signed up for the Queen and Rook Cup and then forgot he had to go to San Diego.
Oh no! San Diego's probably better than Queen and Rock.
I
If we're
was-
being honest.
I was like, guys, I can't go to the cup. They're like, why? I'm like, I have a flight in San Diego at 6 p.m. that day.
To tell a funny story about that cup that I don't remember if I told on air or not, but I think it was like against my like round one. There was someone like sitting like at the table like next to me and across from me. You know exactly what I'm about to mention right now. I think there's somebody that was like sitting next to me like made like a gameplay error and I lost the game because of it. Like extended the fist bump to their opponent and then immediately like slams their head onto the table and just
You
laid
can hear it across the room. It does not matter where
like
you were
fist bumped
sitting.
and then slam.
yeah. Like you ever seen Ed and Eddie like yeah like if you've ever seen Ed and Eddie like the sound they make before they like slam their heads on the ground like it's just, and we all just kind of stood there just like shocked silence like
I felt like I had like that standing emoji. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I think I remember I was like my opponent was like asking me a question about something about like why I played like a certain card on my deck and I was like yeah like it's good into this and then that happens and then we all stop to stare at it and then I just like without like missing a beat I'm just like yeah so it's like good into this like just trying to like trying to just like ignore what happened like without trying to acknowledge it. It was pretty funny. I hope that person's okay.
I was gonna say, I hope they're doing well.
Yeah.
I hope they don't have like a TBI.
Yeah.
They might have had a concussion after that, to be honest.
They might have got a splinter. Like those tables are solid.
Wood tables.
Yeah. Shout out to Queen of Rook though. Great place. The food is awesome. I will be circling that one on my calendar. But yeah, that's it's all fun and dandy. Did you either of you get to see any of like the mega Pokemon that we're getting yet? You seen any of those stuffs yet?
No idea.
I've seen the Mega Guardy. I haven't really seen much else.
Val, are you excited to play with three prizers again as someone that played in the three
No.
prizer format?
No, not at all.
Do
Not
you have
at all.
Do you have a favorite mega Pokemon?
I will say I was a big fan of Mega Guardian Expanded a couple years ago, like 2017,
Oh.
2018. I loved Mega Guardy. So based off of cards, Mega Guardy's sicko mode, in my opinion, based purely off appearance, I think Mega Sableye is pretty cool.
Oh
He's
yeah.
got like the big gem.
Yeah, he's got that big ass gem. He's really cool looking.
Yeah.
I think we might have done like a Squawk Seize on Mega Evolutions like way back when they like first announced everything on Pokemon Day.
Oh, I think we did with Brad. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Aesthetic wise, that's a good one. Mega Absol is just like an easy op. Like it's like such a like a generic choice, but like it's so sick. Like how can you not? That one's pretty cool. I think the Mega Latias like as a card looks pretty interesting, but like it's fine. Like I'm not gonna lose sleep about it. Before we get into Squawk Seize, I do want to. You mentioned expanded because you're also a big expanded head. Can you sell us on the magic and the horrors of expanded and why you like playing it so much?
Right now, it's kind of just like, who has the bigger Reggie Drago? Which is kind of sad.
That guy's a federal agent in expanded.
He is. He's a Fed. He's coming after me. Back in the day, it was a lot cooler. You had a lot more options. Right now, my favorite expanded deck is Zoroark Checkmate. So basically what you're doing, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Zoroark Checkmate. It's
No,
Zoroark
please tell us.
GX. And the Zoroark that has, it like transforms into the other Stage 2s, or no, Stage 1s, I'm sorry.
Mm.
From, I don't know, whatever set that was.
Yeah, that's the one from like
Zoro
Zorobox, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you use those cards, and then you have the Jirachi Prism Star, where if you take it from your prize cards, your face-down prize cards, you can't play Town Map. It has to be a face-down prize card. If you take it as a face-down prize card, you take another prize card. So what you do is you use Stinger GX on the Ganondorf GX,
Yes.
which both players shuffle their prize cards into their deck, no matter how many prize cards you have, and you each lay out 3 new prize cards. So, right now with Reggie Drago and Dragapult, the deck is ass, but it's so much fun. But the goal is, you use Peonia to, you look at your prize cards, I think you look at up to 3, and you like put them into your hand, and then from whatever you have in your hand, you put 3 prize cards down. Does not have to be the same prize cards. So the goal is to get Jirachi Prism Star into your prize cards. You attack with the Twilight Inspiration Slowbro, where it's like if your opponent has 2 prize cards, take a prize card. Or you take 2 prize cards.
Yeah.
And then you get the Jirachi Prism Star and you take your 3rd prize card.
Wow.
That's busted.
It's fun. Regidrago is a Fed.
Yeah.
And he stops that from happening.
Yeah.
But if you play against something that's not Regidrago, we're cooking.
I want to play like an expanded side event just because I want to play Lugia again.
So valid.
There's they actually came out with new special collection boxes today.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I did see that.
What do you thought? Have you seen these like the set stamps that they're putting on these? They look so weird.
I think the Latias is kind of gas, bro.
That's objectively the best one.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that bad either because it's probably going to cost like $30-$40 MSRP, right? You get 3 Destin Rival packs and 3 Journey Together packs. Not that bad.
That's bad.
It's really not that bad at all. And which means I think that'll probably drive the price down of like a regular Latias now because that's like in like kind of like an annoyingly expensive EX at the moment. It's like I think I went to a card show last week. I almost got like the shit price gouge out of me, which was awful.
Well, you know how I feel about my stamps, so I might purchase them.
You love a stamp.
I love a stamp card.
Oh, I also love a stamp.
Ooh, yes. Like I think my Goldengo deck, almost all of my cards are like stamped. I think only like maybe like 2 or 3 cards aren't. And it's just because like stamped Pokegears are like annoyingly expensive. And I'm like, I'm not. They're like $5 or something like that because they're from like Prize Pack Series 1. I'm sure you do, and you hate me. So
I play with the pink Pokegears.
Ooh,
the pink ones are so bougie.
I'm unfamiliar with your game.
They're the best ones.
Yeah, those are
I play with an older set ones. I forget which ones I do.
Are they the stamped Pokegear pink ones?
Yeah, they're only stamped. Yeah, the League Cup ones.
Oh, they're only all those ones. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are very nice.
They're so sexy.
I'm a fan. Those are. What's the one that I play with? I play with the one from Unbroken Bonds. That's the one that I use currently.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. I think objectively the best one is it's the one from it's the fucking cartoony looking one, like the one that's
yes. Those. There was another card in that set. It was Mysterious Treasure, I think.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good card. Big fan. Shout out Pokegear.
Love cartoony ones.
We did a lot of yapping, and I think now we've transitioned, and I think what everybody's favorite part of the show is today. We're going to be doing this week's edition of Squawk Seize, usually everybody's favorite This or That question game. We're mixing things up again today. As we said previously, we are on the eve of the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, and I thought it would be fun to do a fantasy draft of 3 Pokemon each that we think that we would like to have on our team in a hot dog eating contest. Are you both ready for? How prepared are you to think that you can draft the best team, George? You're a fantasy. You love fantasy.
I'm crushing this absolutely. Get my notepad ready.
All right. I think the easiest way to mix this up is to do we'll do rock paper. So all of you two play rock paper scissors, and whoever wins gets to pick the draft order. I will observe.
All right.
All right. You guys ready?
Rock paper
scissors shoot.
All right, scissors cuts paper. So George, you may determine the draft order.
All right. So I'll give Val first pick, then Kyle, then I'll go last. We're doing snake, right? So
we're doing a snake style draft.
So I'll go last. I'll go last to get 2 in a row.
All right, very cool. So I also have a notes app on my phone to determine, and we're going by we're doing traditional fantasy draft rules where when a Pokemon is taken, you can no longer pick that Pokemon. So all right. So I have my notes ready, and Val, the floor is yours. Feel free to go into as much detail or not as you want to determine why you're picking your Pokemon. So. The first pick in the Pokemon we'd like on our team in a hot dog eating contest draft.
I feel like the obvious choice going first is Snorlax.
That's
Bro's an
it.
eater. Bro's a certified eater.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's like top tier, like easy. Number one on a lot of people's draft boards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to go first because I was like, I think he's overrated. I got some. I'm seeing the board. I'm seeing the
You
board.
got some tricks up your sleeve?
Yes.
Yeah, you've seen the tape. You've seen the tape on Snorlax. That's there's a lot of like A plus talent in this draft. I think this is a lot deeper of a draft than I originally thought there was, but Snorlax is a good one. I like that one a lot. With my first pick, I was thinking a lot about this, and I was like, Snorlax is definitely on my board. So I'm sad. However, I can now guilt free take the other Pokemon I probably would have taken number one overall. I'm gonna go Guzzlord as my number one overall pick. Big ass dude. I think he's got a second mouth inside of him too. He's got like a little dude with a little mouth. And I will use this opportunity once again to talk about what Guzzlord sounds like when it cries in the anime. It's just like a dude screaming. It's so funny.
It's so good.
It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, Guzzlord. That's my guy. That's my number one. That's my quarterback.
So here's the thing, right? You guys are thinking about this all wrong. All right. So if you look at Joey Chestnut, you look at Kobayashi, they're not bigger guys, but they're some of the best of all time. So my first pick, you guys are going to be like, wow, big brain move here. Morpeko. I just got to get it hangry. That guy goes nuts.
Okay. All right. Hangry Mode Morpeko is probably that's top tier talent.
Sleeper in the first round. Steal. And then for my second pick, just because the sheer volume that he can eat or it can eat at any given time, I will be taking Lickitung. Because I know you've all played Pokemon Stadium, and that dude could eat some sushi. He could eat some hot dogs. Probably multiple at a time.
Bro's definitely an eater. Shout out to German Lickitung specifically.
Slurp.
Yeah, Val, are you familiar with German Lickitung?
Oh, I'm familiar. Bro's like, slurp.
Shout out to that video. Is so fucking funny for no reason. All right, that's a good one. All right. So George was two very good draft picks off the board here. This is tough. There is some volume to be had here. The other Pokemon, this Pokemon came first to mind immediately for some reason. I'm going to go Swalot.
Swalot? I don't even know what that is.
It is the evolved form of Gulpin. Bro is just like goo and like has a big ass mouth. Can fit a lot
of always open.
I'm gonna keep a G with you. I did not know this was a Pokemon.
I'm not surprised. You don't.
I'm not familiar with a Swalot. What generation is this?
It's Generation 3.
Oh, yeah. That's
as a hidden ability Gluttony, so I mean it's perfect.
That is good.
He canonically learns the moves Spit Up and Swallow.
Whoa, what's going on in this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, come on, keep it here. We have guests here.
You said it, man.
I know what I said. It's fine. Swalot. Learns Belch. So I mean, he's satisfied. I guess I don't know. He's a big old goo guy. We need glue guys. I need a goo guy on my team. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, I'm down with it.
All right, Val, you're back on the board.
I think I would have to go. This might be a little controversial. I'm going to say Squovit.
Oh,
okay.
He can fit a lot in those cheeks. You know how many dogs he's fitting in there?
I'd say a decent amount of dogs.
I think he could pack it away.
That's a good choice. I fuck heavy with the choice of Squovit.
I think he could pack it away.
Okay, all right. So that is now Snorlax and Squovit off the board for Val. And now close it out. Who's the third option here on your team here?
I have to think about it a little bit more. I'm thinking maybe. What's the evolved form of Lechonk?
Oinkalone?
Oinkalone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, a
Well,
Pokemon that canonically learns Gluttony, so
yeah.
not
Bro
bad.
can eat.
Bro can eat, for sure. I'm into it. Shout out to Oinkalone EX, friend of the show.
Yeah, go. Oinkalone EX was like the first deck I ever played, Val.
Same. I bought 4 copies of Oinkalone EX. I watched Andrew Mahomes' video on it, and I took the content creator copium.
Yeah. I was like, Sharon's care with this is busted.
Shit. With V-Guard energy, bro, you just don't die. That was a Kobe sword. That card fucking sucks, man. It's so bad.
Stop it. Take it back.
All right. To close out my draft, I'm going to give a big, healthy squawk to, I've gone with some wide wide characters. I got to go with a tall one here. I got to keep some, like you said, the slender guys are the ones that really hammer it home in these hot dog eating contests. I'm going to go with Victory Bell. I think Victory Bell. I like Victory Bell can canonically eat a human. So I mean, a human is like what, 80 hot dogs, like if you give or take.
It was rumored that Victory Bell might be vegan though, so I'll just.
All right, well, there's meatless hot dogs.
Yeah, I mean it's like a Joey Chestnut. He's back.
Yeah, I've actually had a meatless hot dog before. I did not like it. I had one. It was not my favorite.
Yeah, Beyond Meat is.
I'm seasoned that for sure. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
All right, George.
All right, last but not least, just by the way that they can eat. I don't know what Pokemon they eat, but it's a fish. Cramorant, because it just doesn't even chew. It just slide them on down there. Just be a glizzy slide, right down its gullet.
One of the craziest things I've been trying to chase as high as a commentator for years, but I was watching, I think it was when the hot dog eating contest was it was during COVID where they had everyone inside and between plexiglass and stuff. And I think it was during the women's competition. And one of the commentators called one of the competitors Glizzy McGuire. Oh. And I was like, fuck, man. That's so good.
Glizzy McGuire.
That's really good.
Crazy work.
That's such a good nickname. I'd be honored to call myself Glizzy McGuire.
So I told my boss I was going tomorrow, right? And he's like, "You're going to that?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. It's the last one on Coney Island. Joey Chestnut's back." He's like, "You're a strange dude, man." Because this is literally we're talking about it because I told him we're cool. I like my new boss a lot. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to tell him I play Pokemon. If I take off, it's going to be, I don't want to hide it. So I tell him I play Pokemon. So he's like, I'm eating a spicy chicken sandwich dying yesterday. He's like, so you can't eat spice, you're lactose intolerant, you play Pokemon, and you go to the fucking hot dog eating contest. You're a strange guy, man. I'm like, all that shit sounds pretty awesome outside the lactose intolerance,
Yeah, 3 to 4 ain't bad. So.
Yeah, Meatloaf once said.
Val, does anyone in your office know that you are a competitive Pokemon player?
Yeah, I have a lot of Pokemon stuff at my desk. My boss asked me if I had any PTO coming up over the summer. I was like, no, but I'm probably going to need a long weekend in September and a long weekend in November. I'm going to go to Pittsburgh and Vegas. And she's like, is that Pokemon? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh man, the look of shame when you tell people that you're working with your takeoff for a card game competition. Yeah. The worst is when I come back and they're like, "Oh, so did you win?" And I was like, "No,
not even close. Actually,
not even close." They're just like, "Man, you're really bad at this game." I was like,
"You gotta stop. Yeah, why do you keep going?"
It's truly one of the most humbling experiences on planet Earth.
Trying to explain to like my 50, 60 something year old coworkers, like, they're not all Pikachu, and yeah, I'm bad at this game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can win, $10,000. How much money have you made? Zero, actually.
Zero, actually.
It's the friends I've made along the way.
The real money is the friends I made along the way and the hot dogs I've eaten.
I'm saying.
right. Well, before we wrap things up tonight, we've been talking a lot about hot dogs. Val, how do you enjoy your hot dog on like at a barbecue? Like, what are we putting on?
So this is gonna sound criminal because I also can't eat gluten or wheat.
Oh my
So
God.
recently, what I've been doing is I had a couple hot dogs the other day, no bun, just like holding the dog, just like
Like a Slim Jim.
Like it's like just a big ass Slim Jim.
But when it was easier to have access to normal hot dog buns, what I would do is I would put on. I don't like ketchup. I don't like mustard.
Oh,
I know, crazy.
Don't mustard.
I would do. I'd cut up a pickle spear. Not relish. I think it's better than relish. Cut up a pickle spear, one on either side. Hot sauce.
Okay.
Don't knock until you try it.
It's like a crazy take on a Chicago dog.
Sure. Yeah.
George, what's the best hot dog you've ever had? You think?
Oh, Rutt's Hut, 100%.
Oh yeah, that's
Not
right.
Not even close.
For context, as a non-New Jersey resident, Val, there's a place like near where me and George live that makes deep fried hot dogs. They're both the best and the worst things you'll ever have in your entire life. They taste great.
Where in Jersey? I'm going to Central Jersey tomorrow.
It's in northern New Jersey, so you're a little bit away. It's in Clifton, New Jersey.
Okay.
My hometown. But it's literally ranked the #1 hot dog in the country. So
I'm gonna have to take a trip.
yeah. Maybe
Come
if
through,
we
bro.
get Secaucus Regionals back again.
They hate us. I'll never do it.
No, never.
Now, if we get that Patterson Worlds, though, I mean, just saying, it'll never happen. Yeah, listen, we'll work out a long weekend for like a Northern New Jersey Cup. Bring some friends. We'll go get some hot dogs.
Yeah, honestly, just come to an FTG Cup.
Yeah,
It's right by FTG. So
yeah. Well, we'll keep it posted.
I'll be there.
We'll be there. The best hot dog I ever had was I think it was like I was in California. I was in San Jose. I had like one of those like Mexican style hot dogs where they put like bacon and like mayonnaise and stuff on it. It was crazy good. But then I found out I got scalped because I went to the same vendor 2 days in a row because it was right outside of like a convention that I was working. And I was like pissed drunk the first night I had one. And the guy's like, it's like $10. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's like I just like slammed down a 10 and went on with my night. And then I went back the next day to get lunch, like in between whatever I was doing. And the guy at the thing was like, "Oh, that'll be $6." And I was just like, "Hey, wait a second! Like, no, I'm not. I wasn't born yesterday, but I might have been because I got ripped off."
did you say anything to him?
Nah, I still ate it. Like it was fine.
He definitely was like, this guy doesn't remember I charged him $10 last night.
Yeah, like the Bugs Bunny cartoons where they find out like you got played, his head turns into a sucker. Like that was that was me. But yeah, thanks for indulging us in our hot dog talk today, guys. And let us know at home who do you think won the draft this weekend. I think this is a fun spin.
Well, we should definitely put it up on Twitter. See if we
yes.
Get some votes there too.
Next week when the episode comes out, we'll drop it for sure. But yeah, Val, thank you so much for yapping with us today.
Of course, thank you so much for having me.
I knew this was a great idea because you like as someone that knows you, our chaotic energies like match very well. Our brain cells are working.
I'll never forget round 9 Charlotte.
Yeah, that's right. Me and Val paired at a regional.
Did you?
Yeah, we paired round 9 in Charlotte. And we were just like so gassed. Like we were playing at like table a billion. Like didn't give a shit. We were just like talking. Like I kept saying that my boyfriend made me the deck, just like being like just being a complete like loser. And I forget what I said, but a judge like walked past us, and the judge started cracking up. Like the judge even couldn't like keep us straight. He's like, these people are fucking weird.
It's okay. We know each other.
Yeah, it's like we're friends. I swear, we're friends from work. It's fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's do that again, but this time on like stream, and then we can.
Oh, absolutely.
And then they can't use any of the footage we say in the headset because we're just gonna be brain rotting the whole time.
My goal is to hit somebody I know on stream and then never cut their deck.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the day where it happens to me and George. I think it can't happen one day. We have forces that can will us into existence, and by God, if Tom loves us,
well, every cup we get matched into each other, so.
And it's always the worst game of Pokemon for one of us. Yeah. So I think I've lost like 6 straight sets against George. So
no. So.
It's more like 12. It's like
No.
$1 million actually. So.
No.
It's always fun. Also, just as a side note, don't immediately leave the call when we're done because we got to do the whole wrap up thing. So, anyway, Val, let the people know where they can find you. You're a great Twitter follows. I think everybody should
Thank you.
check you out on the internet.
I am shinyporygon2 on Twitter and most other social media. TikTok, Twitter, shinyporygon2.
Oh, just a touch of that. Why Porygon2? Where did that come from? Like, why Porygon2?
Dude, I don't know. I just really like him. He's just cute. He's round. He's a little computer duck. I go to school for cybersecurity. He's a cute little guy. A shiny Porygon2 because normal Porygon2 was taken. Because I had a shiny Porygon2. So now that's like my identity.
I fuck with it. I fuck with round being one of the reasons why. Bro's
He's
round
just
as
a
hell.
little round dude. I love him.
He's pretty sick. I love that. Yeah, follow Val on socials. She's great. George, let the people know where they can find you if they feel so inclined.
Pony Bottle Champ, PNYBTL Champ. I say a lot of nonsense, and it's kind of funny sometimes, I think.
Definitely follow him this by the time this goes up, the weekend will have passed, but stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of hot dogs eaten between now and next weekend. You guys can check me out at Koopa NJ across platforms. You can check out the show at Squawkcast, both on YouTube and Spotify, also on Twitter, if you feel, or the site formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. I tweet nonsense. I'll tweet memes. I got some stuff coming up in the woodworks in the month of July and next month. So stay tuned for that. And as always, be nice to each other. And until then, we'll see you guys on the flip side. Good night, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.